Hi everybody, my name is Joseph Gopp, and I'm the developer behind Soviet Soldier. This week I wanted to give you guys a preview of the upcoming demo for the game. Usually I would give you guys a devlog, but this week mostly consists of bug testing and bug fixing, which isn't too interesting for a devlog. The demo is basically, it consists of the last level of the Afghan campaign. The Afghan campaign being, of course, when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan to help prop up the communist government there. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so we have either the historical game or the non-historical game for the demo. Now, Soviet Soldier is about choices and how it impacts history. So, the historical game is where you'd be making all the choices that follow through with history. Mostly, that involving removing Amin from power, making a temporary truce with Massoud, arresting soldiers for using drugs, using helicopters to destroy Mujahideen towns, and some stuff like that. Non-historical paths, basically anything that's historical, you're taking the opposite choice at that point. Now, after for the demo, you guys can play a choice. See the historical path and the non-historical path, and compare the two. Mostly, it's going to be dialogue changes and different end cutscenes. But for this game, we're going to go through the historical path. I'm a history buff. I like doing the historical path personally, so that's what we're going to go through for the demo. You see right here we have, famous Soviet anthem that everybody's familiar with. Always a good song. Now the loading screen here is going to be a little bit long, but when the actual demo comes out, it's going to be a lot quicker because I'm playing it in the Unreal Engine right now, so that means it has to take a little bit longer to load through all of the appropriate things.
I don't know if I should be in the Red Army. It feels like I'm a part of something I don't believe in.
I understand, Pavel, but in order to change the Red Army, we need to fix it from the inside.
Morning!
Morning, Ivan. We were just talking about our reasons for being here. Speaking of, why are you here?
Alright, so here we've got two characters from the game. We've got, let's see, Pavel, featured on the right. He's one of the nephews of the main character, Ivan, who you're playing as. And then we also have Vasily to the left. He's a Soviet officer who kind of has become disillusioned with the Soviet Union after the Hungarian uprising was crushed. Alright, and you see right here, whenever you get a choice to make, game pauses, giving you time. So, basic question, why are you here? You're here for patriotism or to reform the Red Army? Let's go with patriotism.
During the Great Patriotic War, I saw our home get invaded, and since then I've wanted to ensure nothing like that could ever happen again.
Dad always talked about you in the Red Army. It was a big reason for my brother and I to join.
As much as I love reminiscing, we are going to attack today, according to Yuri. So, let's go to him to talk about the plan.
Alright, now we get to move around after the initial. And the objective, top right, go talk to Yuri. Do that.
I can't believe that we made a peace deal with these Afghans.
Oh yeah. Also, there are kind of like some background characters that make the base talk, give a little bit of perspective about what's going on, and at the same time, your choices throughout the game impact what they say. So you see there, when he's referencing basically the temporary truce with Massoud after the Panjshir Valley attack. If you play the non-historical playthrough, he gives you the opposite. I used Replica AI for the voice acting for the background characters because there's so many of them, and it's like it'd be expensive to hire actors for all that. If you want to learn how to become a voice actor, look up our Kickstarter.
You make a great officer, Konstantin. You should join the KGB.
Here's Yuri,
It needs
KGB
patriots
officer.
like you who are willing to defend the motherland.
Thank you very much for the offer. but I want to finish this campaign under the General first, before I transfer anywhere.
And to the right, that's Constantine there. He's another nephew of the main character, a very loyal soldier, you know, loves the Soviet Union. Yuri there, KGB officer, cares about results above all else, you know, willing to make sacrifices for the greater good of the Soviet Union. I'm going to recommend him not to join the KGB, personally.
I think you should stay in the army, Constantine. It's a better fit for you. But now we need to discuss the plans, so please leave.
Of course, General.
He's a good kid. Now, let's get down to business.
As you see, we are on the outskirts of a major Mujahideen cave base, where they have been importing weapons from the west.
It's imperative that we succeed here to prevent these weapons from falling into Masud's hands.
Alright, you see another option right here. Can we use a helicopter transport, or how strong is our forces? I think why not use a helicopter transport? It's the quicker option.
Can we just use our helicopters to fly us to their base to avoid the Mujahideen?
No, the Mujahideen acquired Stinger missiles. This will destroy any helicopters that flies nearby them.
The bigger problem is that once we start attacking, they will just move their equipment while we are busy fighting.
This mountain range only has one exit, and if we block it, they won't be able to escape.
We can send some soldiers there when the battle starts, and they'll secure the exit.
I recommend sending your nephew. He is a good soldier who could handle this assignment.
I want to be dangerous for him to be, I don't know, trying to block up an exit.
Won't this be dangerous for him?
I doubt it. They will be on the defensive, and most of the Mujahideen will be focused on us.
While they prevent the Mujahideen from escaping, we'll destroy their cave base so they won't be able to use it again.
These explosives, provided by the KGB, should be strong enough to destroy their cave system.
I'll prepare the troops while you prepare for battle.
Right. Alright, so now you're basically going to prepare for battle, grab the explosives, and then grab a gun. Alright, so over here we have different historically authentic weapons that you can choose from. RPK, kind of similar to machine gun for the Soviet Union. SVD, sniper. KS-23, a shotgun basically. AK-47, you know, assault, that's everybody knows that one. Assault rifle. AKS-74U, that's more of an SMG type. For this one, I'm going to go through the AK-47. It's kind of the most famous, and, you know, it's a good gun. Alright, over here, talk to the
So
nephews.
you understand, you need to defend the position and eliminate any Afghans that are trying to flee the battle.
Yes, sir.
Alright, this is a very important job, boys.
Boys are doing a crucial part in ending this war.
We won't fail you, General.
Good luck, boys. Forward, men!
Alright. Here we go. Alright, so now the objective is to advance through the Mujahideen-controlled village here. And this is where we get to see our first look of combat, Soviet soldier. Alright, and for the
Target
Afghan
spotted.
levels, you get to use a helicopter, basically his air support right there, to call in. I'm going to try and use it whenever I see enemies grouped together or a sniper on top of the ridge. Make sure to go over dead enemies to try and grab their ammo. You can run out of ammo really quickly in this game, so it's a good idea to try and make sure you're always well stocked. Additionally, you can go over enemies to get their weapons sometimes. And if you're ever really out of ammo, it'd be a good idea to try and switch weapons. You can see as you're going through this, you have your own Soviet soldiers backing you up. If you're ever getting too overwhelmed, just go back and let a couple of them take the shots. Let's see, we're gonna use. I'm gonna try and remove that guy.
Spotted.
Get rid of one of the snipers. As you can see, they're firing there. However, they're getting taken down by the Stinger missiles. That's why you can't just fly all the way up there. Oh, and you see right there, I don't know if you guys heard it, but there was a little bit of a heartbeat. Whenever you hear a heartbeat, that means you're getting low on health and should probably just stay back a little bit. Okay, and now I'm out of ammo. Well, thankfully I just got here just in time, so that works out pretty well. Alright, here we are. Time for another cutscene.
Let's plant these explosives and get out of
Wait,
here.
I'm getting word that the soldiers blocking the exit are under heavy fire.
What's their condition?
Stable, for now. But they are going to be overrun if we don't get there soon.
No, we need to destroy this base now.
You are willing to abandon Soviet soldiers for this?
If we fail here, even more soldiers will die in the long term. It is worth the loss.
Ivan, it's your own nephews. We need to save them.
Alright, so right here this is one of the main choices of this level. Basically every level kind of has like one of these main choices thing where it's like, if you choose one thing, it goes down one path and the other. So for this level, you have the option to either save your nephews or leave them in order to try and meet the objective to destroy the Mujahideen. And for the Afghan campaign, it's really, these two are really at, butting heads with each other. The Yuri's, you always trying to get the results, regardless of the cost. I forget his other name. I forget his name right now, but the other guy's trying to always basically be like, oh, we gotta save the people, like, people more important than just the objectives. For this campaign, we're gonna just leave them. If you want to see the results of the other one, you should play the demo.
What we're doing is more important.
Alright, so now we're gonna have to go into the cave, plant 3 explosives. For this one, I'm grabbing the shotgun because if you're going to a narrow cave, you want a shotgun. And it just feels a lot more powerful that way. Plant a bomb. There we go. Now, although it does say that our helicopter strike is ready right now, you can't really use it inside of a cave base. So we're going to ignore that in the bottom left-hand screen. Reload. Shotgun works especially if you get up close and personal with enemies, but at the same time, that means that you're more susceptible to their shots. And as you can see, those two are supporting us through the entire way. So again, if you ever get too close to death, go back, let them take care of a few enemies while you're healing up. See, there are a lot of enemies in that room, so you gotta take them apart one at a time, or we're not gonna get just constantly shot at. Alright. And you see right here, we're destroying the Stinger missiles and their ammo, so they can't use that against Soviet forces. Hug the cave. And that didn't kill him. There we go. Go around here. Got him. Reload first. Okay. There we go. Alright, looks like they took care of the other two. Plant this last explosive. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, and the cave base kind of has a circular structure, so it's not too hard to get lost in. There we go.
Get back! That should take care of them.
Now let's go. Hurry and save our men.
Alright, now we're going to try and save our nephews after we abandoned them a little bit. And you see right there, unfortunately, Pavel
happened
didn't
here?
make it.
The Mujahideen just kept attacking us, and we were overwhelmed. We tried to radio for help, but you never
And this is the
responded.
result of you trying to destroy the cave base over saving them.
Know that his sacrifice will help ensure peace in the region.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Alright, and let's see. Alright, and the ending cutscene should come up next. It's basically kind of like a recap of
I
what
knew
happened
this war was
level.
deadly,
Yeah.
but I never expected it to reach my family. With my nephew's sacrifice, we ensured that the Mujahideen would never use their cave again. In the end, we were unable to succeed in Afghanistan, and were ordered to retreat by Gorbachev. Yuri was furious that Gorbachev had ordered us to retreat. He believed that we just needed more time. With us gone, Massoud was able to amass support and became the de facto leader of Afghanistan. While I was in Afghanistan, there were many things that changed in the Soviet Union. The new General Secretary Gorbachev talked about reforming the Soviet Union with openness and restructuring.
Perestroika and Glasnost.
These reforms were popular with many people who wanted to see the Soviet system change, but just as many were worried about what Gorbachev planned to do. One of those people was Yuri, who invited me to dinner with some of his comrades.
Alright, so there is the preview of the upcoming demo for Soviet Soldier. Again, if you want to try and see how the different endings of it play, see the non-historical and see what happens if you decide to save your nephews instead of, leaving them. You should play the demo. It should be coming out next week, depending on how long Steam takes to review it. I hope to get everybody's feedback about what they think of the game, any small changes they think could make to make the game feel a bit better, stuff like that. Hope to see other people playing the game as well. If you want to stay updated about it, make sure to subscribe to the mailing list on the website, goupgaming.com. I'll leave a link in the description or comments so you guys can follow that. Thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.